Hi, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 28th to August 3rd, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by more people, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's linked in the description box below, and I look forward to reading for you. So now let's dive into the reading, but first let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Scorpio, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. Make sure everything fits in the frame. There we go. Okay, so we are crowned here, Scorpio, with the sun. Oh, I love this for you. I'm so excited. This is such a beautiful way to start the reading. And so we have the sun coming forward. The sun is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. It's prosperity, it's success, it's wish being granted. It's really seeing yourself moving forward towards your goals. It's being aligned with you. So overarching everything is like really great blessings coming your way, real sense of like, oh yeah, I've got this. This sense of power, of security, of seeing yourself, of achieving. It's like I see me, I know that I'm achieving, I know that I'm moving forward in the right way. There's a release of doubt that is also coming forward with the sun. There's a beautiful radiance to you. So that is absolutely beautiful. It moves us then to the Six of Swords reversed. And the Six of Swords reversed is wanting to move forward very, very quickly. And this is saying, okay, you know what? We need to calm it down a little bit. We need to slow it down a little bit. We can be so lucky. It's like, okay, everything I'm going to do is going to be lucky. Everything I'm going to do is going to be powerful and great. And I just want to get as much done as humanly possible. And Spirit's like, okay, slow down with this. We have a fantastic start, a fantastic energy crowning us, moving us forward. But with the Six of Swords, slow it down and also know that you're moving into the mist. You're moving into the unknown. And we want to do that with love, with assurance, with connection, with grace, and with elegance for ourselves and for our energy. And that's going to be a very big deal. It moves us then to the Ace of Cups. I love that this is the Holy Grail in the deck. And the Holy Grail is God, Source, Spirit, however you see however you see Source or the universe, handing us a gift of love, of compassion, of healing. It's also a gift of depth of emotion. So this is like I'm really feeling things during this time, which for us, Scorpio, this is a gift just for us. We are represented by the cups in the minor arcana. So when the Ace of Cups comes forward, this is a gift for us to move forward in our power, in our authority of being, and in our pride of self. But it does make us a bit more sensitive. It does make us a bit more in tuned, which can be very overwhelming if we are psychic, if we are, if we are empathic, if we are just even like a bit hormonal or, a bit intense during this week. Just know that that can amplify and it can make things feel really, really, really intense, like really on fire. But if we do our chanting, if we calm ourselves, if we steady ourselves, and you om nami padme chant, and let that energy vibration, do that in the morning when we wake up if we can, at night before we go to sleep. It's a beautiful way to go to sleep. Having that energy vibration come through us, doing the singing bowl, whatever it is, we're going to be very sensitive to energy vibration, and using that to our benefit is also going to be very important. So that's going to be a very big deal. It moves us then to the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If you're born on the cusp with Sagittarius, if you have fire sign energy in your chart, there's passion, there's tenacity that comes forward. That's just beautiful. It's intense. It's powerful. There's also very strong, it's very interesting because we have beautiful sacred feminine energy coming forward with the Ace of Cups. We have beautiful masculine, sacred masculine energy coming forward with the Knight of Wands. And so embracing that fire, embracing that power, embracing that tenacity within ourselves and that duality of ourselves is going to be very important during this time. We are also going to be very drawn to people who have a confidence to them. An air of confidence is going to be something that we are naturally drawn to during this time. Even if they are quiet, even if they seem to be, easily overlooked, if they have a confidence within themselves and a surety within themselves, we are going to be drawn to that. And we also need to draw out that energy within ourselves, especially around our passion, around our creativity, and around our work. We know a lot more than we're giving ourselves credit for, Scorpio. And this is a time to embrace a transformation of self, but also a stepping into your power and saying, no, this is where I'm going. Like, this is how I'm headed. This is what I want. We then have the King of Swords, again, sacred masculine energy coming forward. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If we're born on the cusp with Libra energy, this comes through very strongly. If we have Libra energy in our chart, just as if we have Sagittarius energy in our chart, or any fire or air energy, this comes forward very powerfully as well. There is also a sense here of being very drawn to fire and air sign energies during this time frame. Okay, there is a sense of, we like the passion, but we also like the getting the job done. Okay, this is my task, this is what I'm going to do. This is my task, this is what I'm going to do. And that energy moves forward with us so beautifully, so powerfully, so assuredly. I can feel that even in the way that I'm speaking. I feel like it's more authoritative, or it's more like distinct and determined, and like, okay, this is what I'm doing. And that's going to be the time frame for us. This is going to be this week for us. It's like, okay, these are my tasks, this is what I'm getting done, and I'm proud of me. I'm moving forward in that energy. I'm moving forward in the sense of like, yeah, I got this. Now with the Knight of Wands reverse, just be very mindful. So this is going to be older, more mature energy. Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean the person has to be older. The person is just going to be mature. This is negative, immature energy when it comes to the wands. So do be mindful about this. We can get a little bit confused during this time because both are going to be very charismatic. Both are going to be very passionate. One is going to follow through. The other actually is going to have more of a honey tongue. So they're going to say better things. They're going to like be a better sales pitch. That's the best way that I can put it. But they're going to fall through the cracks. Like, they're just not going to follow through, and they're not going to care. So just be mindful about this. With the Knight of Wands reverse, there is also an increase of temper that can come forward. It can come forward within us because our emotions are so attuned to the world around us. We can feel stressed more easily. Like everything is just going to feel a bit more. So being aware of this, that we're going to feel like, oh, I have to hurry up, right? Because maybe somebody's hungry and we're like, oh, I have to hurry up. I have to get this done so that that person can go and that person can eat. Or, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm taking up your time. Where you're paying for the class or you're paying for the whatever. You're not taking up their time. You literally get to be there. So just being aware of this during this time is going to be very important for us because it's going to be very powerful for us. With the Knight of Wands reverse, there is also this sense of wanting to do things very fast. We have that energy here during this time because we are so exuberant, because we are so passionate, and we have to make sure that we don't burn ourselves out, and also that we don't, expect too much from ourselves that we can't get it done. So just being aware of this, which it might sound like, well, I'm blessed during this time, right? I can get so much done. But then instead of saying, wow, look, I did my list, right? I did everything I needed to do. Everything else is just gravy from here. No, then we're going to put more on the list and be like, oh, now I have to get all this done. And now I have to do all of this. And I'll promise extra to this person and extra to that person because I'm doing so great. And then all of a sudden, the beauty of this time it diminishes, it diminishes. So just be aware of that. And then we have the beautiful 10 of Pentacles, which is prosperity, success, generational blessing. We talk about generational curses a lot, and generational curses are, eye grabbing, right? But generational blessings are a beautiful, beautiful thing. You have your army of people on the other side, your spirit realm warriors. They're all, cheering you on from this life, from past lives. They want to see you succeed. So you're going to be getting guidance this way, of course, because you are Scorpio energy. You're very in tuned to this energy. So being aware of this is going to be very important, where you feel like, wow, my grandma is telling me to do this, and my grandma has been passed for, how many years. It is actually your grandma, right? It's actually, and you're going to think, oh, I'm just being silly, or I'm just being sentimental. No, you're actually being guided, and you're going to have these thoughts, and it's going to be really good to embrace it, to, sit in that energy and be like, wow, I'm so connected. Wow, I'm so blessed. That's going to be a very important thing. You are also going to see yourself being drawn. Okay, so what's very interesting here is you're going to see yourself being drawn to old time crafts or old time things that you're like, oh, I don't know why I feel so nostalgic for this. It wasn't ever in my age, or it wasn't ever in my time, but I really love XYZ. And that's part of your past life self coming forward. That can also be people from the other side saying, hey, listen, I know you have the spark in you that I had in me, and I want to see it come forward. So being aware of both these energies coming forward, because it's going to feel very comforting. It's going to feel very beautiful. So just being aware of that is a very good thing. We then have the Four of Wands reverse. So this is very interesting. We have so many blessings coming forward, and yet the Four of Wands reverse is the sense of I'm not celebrating me. It's the sense of, we should be having this big celebration. This is the minor arcana wedding card. It's like, oh, this big celebration. But it's like, no, not yet. I can't celebrate me. Why is that? And really ask yourself this question. Why is that? Why can't you celebrate you? Will your emotions, trump somebody else's emotions? Will you be taking the spotlight from somebody else? Do you know that they need this time and this energy? Are you kind of sacrificing yourself for another person? Or is this like, I don't deserve the celebration? Because you do. So just being aware of this during this time is going to be super important. Don't dim your light at all. It's not saying like, you have to be the center of attention all the time, but it is saying don't dim your light, embrace your joy. Know here there's going to be something that we're questioning that we should be celebrating, or that it was once a celebration and now it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I can celebrate this. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if this is right for me. So just being aware of this can be a new job opportunity. This can be a new relationship. This can be, a celebration with a relationship that you have, where it's like, oh, I want to celebrate this anniversary. I want to celebrate this big thing. But you're not feeling, I don't know why. It's like, it's not the right time. Or you're feeling like, oh, I need to do this for another person. Now, it might be, okay, I need to do this for another person, or I need to take care of these responsibilities. I need to celebrate this later. But don't deny your celebrations. It's really what Spirit is saying. And that's going to be very important. This can also be like, oh, a business trip, and you're like, I don't really want to go on this. You're going to have a very strong reaction to something. It's like, I don't want to do this. That strong reaction, okay? You're very emotionally tuned in. Listen to it. Okay, listen to it during this time, and you'll be thinking, oh, but I should be doing this, or it's such a big honor to do this, or it's whatever. You're not dimming your light for another person, even though Spirit said don't dim your light, right? But don't go against your emotional feeling as well. So I know that's a bit confusing, but really step into your emotional self, really step into your energy, because that's going to be so powerful in moving you forward to the place that you really want to be. It's like, oh, okay, I got this. Okay, so let's see what Spirit has to say. And if you're interested in entering to receive a free reading, put a butterfly in the comment box below. A person will be chosen at random and announced at random. So good luck to everyone. Hit the bell notification, because the announcements will only come up on this channel. So just being aware of that is going to be important. Don't be scammed by anybody. All right, let's see here. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. So this is courage, and this is Borag. I don't know, question mark, if that's how you say it. But your courage is very, very strong during this time. You are very empowered, and that is an absolutely beautiful thing. There is also a heightened energy to you, like I want to say magnetism to you during this time. Do be aware of that. So just be aware that people can look at this and be like very drawn to you, very much like, okay, you're the person to get the job done, but you're also going to have that energy come in that very much wants to take advantage, very much has their own agenda. So you do have to be guarded during this time. And that's why that deep connection with spirit, that deep connection with your ancestors, that deep connection even with your past life self, because your past life self is going to be like, I know this. So just being aware, and you're really going to be saved heartbreak. And yeah, heartbreak, if you listen to your intuition and you listen to your angels, your spirit guides, all that energy coming together, that we think, oh, that's just silly. It's like, no, it's not silly. It's not silly, it's guidance. So let's see here what our chakra energy has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is family. This is our family. This is the people who become like family to us. This is the family that we create for ourselves. This is the root chakra. And it's so important to us. At our root is family. And that is going to be everything, and it's going to mean everything. So being aware of that is just going to be super, super, super important. Feeling connected, feeling that love, however it manifests into your life, that is a really great thing. It moves us then to, it moves us then to the energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And this is the Seven of Swords reverse. People hiding their lies. Also, a belief that you're not good enough, like lies that we tell ourselves, that we think, oh, this is true, right? I'm the ugly one. I'm not talented. I'm not as good as XYZ. I should have been, this. I should have been that. It's the lies that we tell ourselves, but it's also the lies that others have told us that stuck to our heart. During this time, we're going to be able to see here, Scorpio, we're going to be like, well, that was just a bunch of bull. Why did I believe this for decades, So be aware of this, because this is the energy to be mindful of, because it's going to want to drag us down, because we have such a powerful in tuned connection with spirit, with the universe. We're going to be able to be pulled up. We have to be very mindful of this negativity coming in. So being aware of this, calling out the bull, and even just to ourselves, it's like, well, that was BS. That's not true. And being very confident. There's such a level of confidence here, Scorpio, that as a water sign energy, we can actually find a bit overwhelming, because we have that fluidity to us, right? There's a sense of like, okay, I can just kind of like that go with the flow. Energy is very much a water sign energy thing, because we're water. We're going with the flow. We can always be malleable to things, even if we're not malleable energy. So just being aware of this during this time, that there's a confidence to us, there's a distinction to us, there's a fire, there's a spice to us during this time that we're going to notice. People are going to notice in us. So that's going to be a very good thing. But there's also this power of voice that's coming forward too. We're going to be very drawn to the stories of things. Being aware of that is going to be important. People who tell good stories. We can find that this is a time where we're drawn to audiobooks. We're drawn to, podcasts. Whatever tell a good story. We're there for us. Like, we're there for it, sign us up. So being aware of that is going to be important. We're also here for a person who can be very open and honest during this time. It's like, show your vulnerability, show your honesty. It's not showing your weakness. It is simply saying, I'm confident within myself, because there's an air of confidence that comes forward. But I also know, like, this might not be my strength. So that is also going to be something that we're looking for in others. We might be showing it within ourselves. We might not be, because we can be a little bit aloof during this time, because we are feeling so much. We are so connected. We are so powerful that it seems to be odd to say we're going to find ourselves being aloof. We're going to find ourselves being a little bit more withdrawn, but it's going to be us taking this power, being so connected, and saying, okay, how do I harness this? How do I move this forward? How do I see me? And we're letting ourselves shine, but we're letting ourselves shine first to ourselves, and then we can shine to everybody else. Because we also know that when we let the light forward, people are going to try and dim it. People are going to try and tell us, oh, you're not that great. Why do you think so highly of yourself? You're not this, you're not that. It's like, that's fine. Good for you. But I am moving forward in my energy. We need to not go too fast, because that is going to be something that we're going to be very prone to during this time. We want to move fast. We want to talk fast. We want to do fast. And we need to slow down. And you're going to hear it during this time. It's like, slow it down. You don't need to, like, even if everybody else is doing something and we're doing something in a line, it's like, slow it down, do it right. You don't have to do it fast. Do it right. That's going to be very important, especially if we're new to something. We're going to think, oh, I have to do this instantaneously. And Spirit's like, no, do it right, get the core down, then go forward. That's going to be a very big thing. With the Six of Swords reversed, again, we're moving into the mist, we're moving into the unknown, we're moving into things that are quite different than we have seen before. But we're going really fast. It's like driving really fast when it's misty and the roads are a little bit slick. That's dangerous. Don't do that. And that's the same energy here for us. So just being aware of that. With the Holy Grail, embracing our blessings, but drinking deep of our own talents. It's not saying, oh, I should be more like this, I should be more like that. There's going to be an anger here also with our sensitivity, because we feel the world so much during this week that we're going to be like, oh no, I have to like reject this, reject this. And Spirit's like, don't you dare, don't you dare. So just being aware during this time that so much energy is coming into us that we're going to think, oh no, this is an overload. That's why chanting, that's why, vibrational energy like that is going to be so important. We don't have to do it. It's better if we chant ourselves. However, if we can't, like let's say we're at work and it's like I can't just start chanting in the middle of my work, we can listen if we have that luxury to be able to do that, or even we can think it. We can chant in our head, and that will also be very good. With the King of Wands, there is a transformation to us. In the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, this king is shown with salamanders around him. That's a sign in alchemy of transformation. We are going to see ourselves transforming. We are going to see ourselves stepping into our power. And as we do this, we're cutting through with the King of Swords. We're cutting through nonsense. We're also embracing the power of our voice, but we're seeing how we were forged. Fire, right? Wands is fire. Air is swords. So the fire forges the sword, right? But the air feeds the fire. So here we have to look at our passion and we have to give voice to it. There's something here about finding our voice, downloading our information that's going to be very important. Don't overthink it. Connect with it, react to it. This is going to be very good, especially for artists or people who just need to, like, even if you're a scientist, like you can be an artist in being a scientist. You can have machinery talk to you. I see this all the time with people that I work with. They can be doctors, they can be lawyers, and there's a connection to what they do that the energy downloads into them. So being aware of this during this time, scientists, mathematicians, same thing. There can be this energy that downloads into you. So being aware of this and being empowered by it is going to be very important. The Knight of Wands kind of wants to ruin this for you. It's a young buck energy that wants to come in and stomp around and claim the power and say, oh, this is all me, when all it's doing is ruining things. So just be aware of this. This can also be our own impatience coming forward and our own anger and frustration. And all of a sudden, instead of being mature about things, we can have this young buck, like teenage energy come in, which if you're a teenager, that isn't an insult, but it's like, I want this faster, or this should be easier. Instead of stepping back and saying, okay, step by step, piece by piece, stitch by stitch, it all takes time. To the 10 of Pentacles, it all takes time, but there's prosperity and success here for you. There's generational wealth. There's moving into a blessing. There's a breaking of a generational curse. Okay, there's a breaking of, I can't do this because. It's like, yes, I can do this and I will do this because I am successful, because I am powerful. And it brings us then, to some reason, it's like hold off on a celebration, but don't forget to celebrate you. It might not be a big thing right now. You might have to wait on it. Also listen to your intuition about, no, I don't feel comfortable doing that. I don't feel comfortable going there. You're going to think, oh, this is just silly. And people will say, oh, this is just silly. Let it be silly. Let them not get it. Let them even get angry at you. I can't believe you're not doing this. This is such an honor. Or this is, people would, just absolutely jump at this opportunity. That's okay for them. It's not right for you. So being aware of this, Scorpio, is going to be important. Our subconscious spirit message here is strength reverse. Now this is the bearberry. So we can be questioning our strength. We can be questioning our power. We can be questioning the way that we move forward. We cannot feel very strong during this time, even though outwardly we are projecting strength. Like people see us and they're like, ooh, wow, that's one strong Scorpio. And yet inwardly, Scorpio, we're like, wow, I have so many questions. I'm feeling so much. I'm having to sift through everything. Am I coming across too harsh? We can be, over emotionally analyzing things. So just be aware of this during this time. It moves us to our subconscious chakra message, which is the throat chakra, which is one of my favorite ones. This is listening. And here with the listening throat chakra, it is embracing your superpower. Your superpower is not the gabawal, as my grandparents would say. It's not the talking and talking and talking and talking. It is the listening. It is the connecting. And that's actually going to be something that really helps you connect with the world around you during this time because you are downloading so much. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of. And the energy to be mindful of is the Nine of Cups reversed. Now, there can be a cross your fingers for a wish that you don't get. And we can get so caught up in a little detail that we miss the huge blessing that is just all over here during this time. So do be mindful about this. We can also feel like people aren't coming to the table for us. They aren't seeing us. And that can be a wrong perception. So just being mindful about this, or the people that we're thinking should see us, they might not be seeing us. All right. But others are seeing us. And it doesn't matter. Like Spirit's like, don't get caught up with what everybody else is doing and saying. Get caught up in what you're doing and saying, because that's what matters during this time, because you are so powerful. It moves us then to our chakra energy. And this is Temperance. This is Sagittarius energy coming forward, which is fantastic. You have the King of Wands, which represents Sagittarius energy in the minor arcana. You have Temperance, which is Sagittarius in the major arcana. So if you have this in your chart, if you have this in your life, if you're born in the cusp with Sagittarius, this comes through very powerfully. Sagittarius energy is November 22nd to December 21st, because the cusp of Libra came in as well with the King of Swords. That is September 23rd to October 22nd. Temperance is balance and it is harmony. And finding the balance and harmony within yourself, that is the game changer and that is the life changer for this time. So being aware of this, embracing what you love, drinking deeply, like here's the cup again, that holy grail cup is coming forward now during this time. We have that there in the Ace of Cups, and now we have the same blue cup coming forward. So we definitely take this gift, we utilize it, we find a balance within ourselves, we find a love within ourselves, and it's all about us during this time. It's all about our connection to our soul and to what is sacred to us. All right, Scorpio. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in. Oh, and please note that this meditation and healing will be accompanied by a loud sound. Now take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Scorpio. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.